Morning. It's Saturday the 3rd of May 2025. That's it. Another glorious start to the day. Just for information, tomorrow there's a May Day Festival of Solidarity at the old schoolhouse in Barnsley. I'll be there starting at 1:30, and on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, Chesterfield May Day Rally. Assemble at the Town Hall 10:30 for 11 o'clock start. That's going to be a cracking day, both going to be cracking days. Thought we'd just reflect back on yesterday's election results. Who were the losers and the winners? Well, the winners were definitely Reform UK. The big losers were the Conservatives, who I expect more of them to go back to flip to Reform now. I've started to call Conservatives and Reform same. I'm calling them Conform now, because like the old Conservatives, ex-Conservatives was in Reform. Anyway, they're the winners. What about these fellows? There's UKIP, Nick Tenko and his party. They had 6 council seats at the beginning of the day. Now they've got fucking none. 0. Yeah, the Runcorn by-election, Reform won that, and they now have 5 MPs, same as they had this time, well not this time last year, but 10 months ago, 8 months ago. They have taken control of 10 councils, so now control 10 councils out of 317. I'm going to put glasses on for this bit. And here's the 10 councils. They've got Derbyshire County Council, Doncaster. What about that? They've got control of Doncaster Council. Labour Council in Doncaster pumped millions into getting the airport reopened to create jobs and boost the economy. Now they got kicked out. They weren't reforming. I wonder if airport will still open. Only living 9 miles from Doncaster, I'll be interested to see how that town improves under Reform. We've also got Durham, fucking Durham Council, Kent, Lancashire, Lincolnshire. They've got overall control in Lincolnshire. Oh, now then, Andrew Jenkins and a team. They don't want solar panels down there, but what they do want, they want fracking wells. 20 mile that way, Gainsborough, 20 mile to my east, 25 mile to my east, Gainsborough. Underneath Gainsborough lies the Bowland Shale. It goes all the way 60 square mile at east coast, north and south. How many drilling wells can you get on there? Is that going to mean cheap oil and gas for Westerners? Fucking don't think so. No such thing. It'll mean plenty of money for them people who give permission for it to go ahead though. So I might start my own industry up now, bottling water and sell it to them people in Lincolnshire when they're getting polluted water coming out of their taps. Nottinghamshire, that's gone Reform, as has Staffordshire, Northamptonshire and West Northamptonshire. They were all Tory councils except for Doncaster, by the way, so Tories have lost 9 of them 10 councils. And here's what Nigel's going to do. He said it stayed away. This is what he said.
I would advise anybody who's working for Durham County Council on climate change initiatives or diversity, equity and inclusion or anything, or thinks they can go on working from home, I think you all better really be seeking alternative careers very, very quickly.
He's already said he's going to thin staff out, put people out of work, and fucking people actually clap for that. Can't believe it, can you? I'll be watching with interest anyway, like I say, about how these councils improve, if indeed they do. I don't think they will, but you know what? Where they're going to get money from? They have to get it from government, don't they? The Labour government, that is. Anyway, vote majority on us, not much has changed. Not a lot. Folk obviously are fed up with Labour and Conservatives, who to be fair, the Labour and the Conservatives has fucked us over royally for the last 40 years. Sadly, if they think a party of Tory defectors in the name of reform are going to do anything for anyone but themselves, they are mistaken. Here's the gist. The wrong party establishment, kept in power by the billionaire-owned media who tell the majority of us how to think and how to vote. Has any of these career politicians had the decency to call out the genocide in Israel? That many? None. The handful that did do got voted out of the respective parties. It's all one big uni party. They're living it up on our money while lots of us are fucking struggling. Luckily, like I suggested, we have got an opposition. We do have a choice here. We've got an opposition. And here's one of the opposition who speaks for the working class.
We've had 40 years of the market ruling over our lives. We've had 40 years of neoliberalism and globalisation. And that's given us wars right across the world. It's taken away all of our industry and offshored it. It's sold off all of our national assets and our national wealth. It outsourced what we had left. And by doing so, it didn't just rip industry and work out of our communities, it also took away us, the labour movement. And people left behind, their experience of life is insecure and chaotic. No secure employment, no secure housing, no support from public services. They feel alienated. They don't trust the political elites. Whether they've been conservative or Labour, they've followed the same economic policies that have seen us impoverished. So it's no wonder they're angry. They're alienated, but it wasn't the populist right that created that chaos and alienation, but it's them who are capitalising on it. And if we're going to bring people back together, you've got to put the trade unions back where they belong, in the communities. The answer to chaos and disunity and disorganisation in the trade union movement is organisation and unity and solidarity. That's what we do. So put us back in there. What we need is an organised society, not a chaotic society. That means a strategic role for the state, taxing the corporations and the wealthy, investing in our infrastructure, in manufacturing and in jobs, put back the industry and the work that gave rise to our movement, and give us sectoral collective bargaining and put us back too. And we will do our job. We'll bring people together in unity and in solidarity, arguing and campaigning for their interests at work as workers. So we must remind ourselves, what do we stand for? We want jobs that people can bring up a family with. We want housing for people of our class. We want an health service that's going to look after us when we're sick. We want pensions so that we can retire in dignity. And we want a world that lives in peace. That's why we're for workers' rights. That's why we're against war. That's why we're for solidarity. That's why we're against disunity. So let's remember, those who've fallen, we stand on their shoulders, we remember the dead, and we fight for the living. Solidarity!
Can you imagine any MP standing up and talking like that? Any of the uni party? Any royals? Any establishment? Well, the establishment-owned press will call a community, call Eddie, it was Eddie Dempsey, that by the way, from RMT, if you don't know. The establishment and the media, the billionaire-owned media, will call Eddie a fucking communist, a red, for wanting, not a lot really, house and a fucking job. That's the way I read it. And an NHS, all things I want. We used to have 13 million union members in this country. 13 million people were members of a union. That's down to 6 million members now. And it's no coincidence that the drop in union membership has coincided with the drop in living standards. It's not just Eddie Dempsey. We've got more than 120 unions. 120 unions. Got some great leaders. Mick Whelan, Aslef, Ian Hodson, Sarah Woolley, Bakers and Allied fucking Workers, Dave Ward, CWU, Gary Smith, GMB, Daniel Kabedi, National Education Union, Christine McNay, Unison, Sharon Graham, Unite, Jo Grady, she's the even daughter of Martin Grady, ex-Lofthouse coal miner. She's University and College Union. We've got Chris Kitchen, NUM. We've got Matt Wright, National Union of Schoolmasters and Union of Women Teachers now. He's doing that, ex-FBU. We've got Steve Wright, FBU. That's just a few of them. And you know what? They're all for me and you. Every one of them is same as me and you, the working class. They're no public school boys there, or girls. They're all same as me and you. They want the same as me and you. If you're fed up with Uni Party, my advice to you is to join a fucking union. Them union leaders are there to do as we, the members, tell them. I'm a member. I think for Unison it's 15 quid life membership for a retired member, if you weren't in to start with. If you want to join, I'm saying it's 15 quid. Anyway, that's my advice. Join a union. Because unions, and only unions, will represent the working class. No fucker else is going to. Look at the last 40 years, who's done us any favours? Nobody. And for the harder thinking, I'm going to make it easy for you, a little bit easier. Once you stop asking yourself why people on benefits have an iPhone and a widescreen television, and you start asking yourself why people have fucking yachts and helicopters and aeroplanes and thousands of acres and they need fucking bodyguards, then you'll wake up. Here endeth the sermon. I'm looking forward to reform fucking everything up. This is what I wanted. Give them a chance. Let's see how they go on. Have a super Saturday, everybody. And wake the fuck up. Oh, and by the way, let's not forget, Maggie's in a box. In a box. Maggie's in a box. Da 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 da. Maggie's in a box. In a box. Maggie's in a box. Da 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 da. It won't fucking stop.